What's up with it?
What's going on?
Nothing much. Introduce yourself, let the people know who you are.
Field asset with liquid assets in the building. Views from the arch.
Here we heard, man.
For sure.
How you feeling today?
I'm feeling good. It's Monday, but I'm kind of getting it together, you know.
Yeah, I know before we started recording, you said you just got through from working out earlier. You kind of still feeling a little slow.
Working out after a long night of drinking. That'll never mix too good, but I'm hurt.
Hey,
you know.
Hey, as long as you healthy alive to be able to do something like that, that's all that matters, man.
That's right.
Yeah. And I know you're a huge figure here in the city. And me personally, I would like to get to know your background. I'm sure other people who watching would like to know a little bit about you more as well. And what part of St. Louis did you grow up in?
West Side.
Okay. How would you describe that area at the time when you was coming up?
At the time, it was rough. It was a lot of gangs. It was a lot of violence, a lot of drugs. You know what I'm saying? It was rough.
Yeah. What school did you go to?
Went to Parkway West, but ended up graduating in summer. Got put out of Parkway West because it was rough.
Parkway West?
I brought the rough to Parkway, you know what I'm saying? So got into an altercation. They kicked me out. Went to summer to finish there.
Gotcha. Well, you part of like the what they call it, the DSEG program, which you living in the city and transferring out there.
Yeah, I was part of that.
Yeah, I know. I don't think they really do that much anymore nowadays.
Right.
Yeah. Compared to, I guess, the time when you was growing up, and modern times now, would you say there's much of a difference?
As far as growing up, yeah, I think it's a lot of similarities, but there's some differences. You know what I mean? Social media is just crazy right now, so it's kind of like the kids are, they got a lot of stuff they accessible to see that we didn't see. We kind of had to just see it in our hood or just growing up or whatever, but now they see it a lot. Yeah. Negative and positive.
Exactly. How would you say social media would have affected your time back then?
I would have got rich a lot quicker.
a lot of people say that.
I think I would have took advantage of it and excelled pretty well.
You can reach.
I wish it was available back then. You know,
you can reach a broader audience outside the city instantly.
Yeah.
So when exactly did you begin to, I guess, get into the promotion or the concert hosting business?
My first concert, I was 16. I did 2 Live Crew. It was a promotional concert. By promotional, I didn't pay for them to come, but I sold tickets. I made 10 grand doing that. So that's when I was kind of like, damn, okay, this might be a move. You know what I'm saying? Right after that, we did a car show with Formula One. There was a couple different people. First car show, big car show in the city. I think I probably made another 10 on that, but I was still focused on other stuff, so I kind of was just playing it here and there. But then maybe 07, I think it was, 07, 08, that's when I went full-fledged, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Go back to the 2 Live Crew show. Like, how did that situation come all about? Like, it's something that you planned or just something that you just stumbled across?
A little bit of both. I planned it, of course, but they kind of, I don't even know how they reached out to me. I had a record label back then, so I think that's how they reached out to me. And they said, well, we coming to your city. We want you to put this show together. Put the show together. It was a success, you know what I'm saying? So we popped it off. Then Master P reached out to me, and I started doing like all the marketing promotion for No Limit. This when they was on fire.
I just said, what year was it? They was, man.
This when they was on fire. And I was young, but I started doing all their marketing promotion, and it just took off from there too.
From there, was it strictly concerts, or did you start to get into like the club promotion and things like that?
I got into club promotion in 07, 08, and I did a couple events. They was cool, you know, and I started doing a weekly event called Red Hot Thursday, and that's really what solidified it. So I'm seeing, I don't know, $5,000, $10,000 a night, or a Thursday night, and then start growing and growing from there. So I'm like, damn, this is something I can really focus on. And then I ended up buying a club, which led to me buying 4 more clubs in the process. And that's kind of was my move. But then when I got out the club, I just went back to doing just straight concerts, and I liked it better.
For an up-and-coming promoter, what advice can you give them?
Grind and consistency. Like, you gotta grind, be consistent, and be a man or a woman of your word. Like, whatever you say or you promise to whoever, just stand on it, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about to your customers, to your peers, to your fellow promoters, whoever. just stand on it and be real and don't do no shady stuff and cross people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm kind of, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm kind of scarred from going to shows because shows I went to, they present the artists gonna come, they never came.
Yeah, see,
Have you ever dealt with something like that?
In what way? Like, have I ever done
Where
that?
you had a show where you, not necessarily that you've done it, but who knows what happened on the back end as far as like why the artists didn't present themselves.
I've known
like
multiple situations like that, but what you just described is what they made the movie about.
Janky
promoters.
promoters.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a show and the artists don't show up, sometimes it's just straight game. Sometimes things happen. Sometimes the quote unquote promoter books it from a person who really ain't booked the artist. You know, things happen. Now, in my whole career, I probably had 3 cancellations. And in those 3 cancellations, I could kind of remember 2. And that was Juvenile, and that was Bobby Smurda. He went to jail. And Tiana Taylor. Them was the 3. But prior to the events, the public knew they not coming. Like, so y'all can just come and have fun if y'all want to. You know what I mean? Of course, get your money back, but you can just come have fun, come kick it. But you know, but some promoters, you know, I don't know, they might be playing with their last little piece of change, so they like, shit, I'm going to get the money. I'm going to go all the way through and run out the back door. You know what I mean? So it's a terrible experience to go through on either side, but yeah, I have witnessed people doing that. Like I say, personally, I would know in advance if something like that happened, so I would adjust, you know.
Gotcha. I know you got the Next to Blow show coming up this Saturday.
This Saturday.
13th.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go back to before we get into that. I'm gonna go back to something you said earlier where you had your own record label. Are you familiar with some of the younger artists coming up here in St. Louis?
I'm familiar with a lot of them, even more now since we put this Next to Blow out. But I keep my ear to the streets. I had a record label recently too. I still do right now. I just haven't done much with it in the past 2 years, but it's still there.
Gotcha.
Still looking for talent. It's just the right talent
that.
got to cross my path to make me get off the porch, as you would say, or as they would say. You know what I'm
saying? This show coming up this Saturday. How you feeling about it?
I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? Ticket sales were kind of like, but now they taking off. It's going crazy right now. The buzz is just there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm really I'm looking more forward into seeing some of the local guys perform, opposed to the majors, but I've seen both of them perform already. I haven't seen some of the locals, and Sexy Red, I want to see her perform. It's been a couple years since I've seen her.
Oh yeah, she's definitely blowing up. I seen just last night it just announced that Karma Twos would be one of the winners of the.
And they demanded that, like that was a straight demand. We ran a competition, but I mean, hands down, they was like, we want to see him, we want to see him. They like twisted my arm and like. I didn't want to get kidnapped or nothing, so I just put them on the show, you know.
Yeah. Coming up, did you have like influences or partners along your journey? Like as far as like, for instance, I know a huge figure that's in the city that's recently passed away, Orlando Wassett. Did he kind of help you out? Did you guys kind of work together on shows together?
We first connected when I had my label. He was a producer, so my artists would go and do music with him. Me and him ventured off in, what year was that? That was probably like, I don't know what year, but we brought Floyd Mayweather to the pageant. That's how the relationship with the pageant began. It was me and Orlando, you know, and then his U-City ties kind of let him be the pageant guy, you know what I mean? So throughout that whole course, me and him would talk regularly, like all the time, you know what I mean, about should we do this artist, should we not do this, should we, you know what I mean, should I mess with these people, should I not, you know what I mean, both ways. So, yeah, we had a great bond, but as far as like you saying, somebody I looked up to or something like that, it would have to be Master P. Because like I say, when I tied in and linked in with them, I just seen how their business structure was, and that's always been what I was about. So to see it on a national level as a youngster too, it's like, damn, you know, that's something I want to build or something I want to be a part of.
Yeah, they were strictly like independent too.
It appeared that way, but it wasn't really that way completely, you know what I mean, but enough, you know.
Looking at your pages, like your social media pages, I see that you travel a lot.
I do.
And they just recently shared data that 75% of St. Louis residents don't leave the city.
Don't leave the city.
Don't
like
leave
traveling
the city.
or
Don't leave the city at all.
Damn, that
Yeah,
sucks.
don't leave the city at all. In what way would you say that? Well, I would say this: would you say that with you traveling around the world, did they help broaden your vision?
Definitely does. It's like even when I travel a lot out the country, more so than in the country now, but I have traveled a lot of different cities, and you see so many things that our city is missing. And at points in times, I would bring that to the city and try to help develop the nightlife a little better or do certain things. You know what I mean? I might have been one of the first to even have bottle girls that I remember. You know what I mean? I'm sure somebody else gonna say they did, and I don't want to take their shine.
Kill you in the
but I said
comments
that I
for this,
remember. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm kind of gonna stick to that in the urban market. I can't really think nobody else who had it like me. You know, I mean, I had a team of girls. You know, but yeah, definitely traveling. It wakes you up. You see a lot more, and you get a lot more different perspectives from not only just entertainment, but everywhere. You know, I love it.
Yeah. Like I said, you got this show coming up Saturday. After that was a show. I know you just had the Monica before that.
We got Moneybag Yo on the 26th. So we got this, and then we got 2 more weeks to go hard and get this money bag, and then I'm gonna take a nap and go out the country, go travel a little bit, and then I'll let y'all know what we got coming after that.
I'm trying to get the exclusive. I just watched the other interview.
I don't have the exclusive yet. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have it yet. You know what I mean? I ain't had time to think. It takes time to really put them events together, successful events. Like I can go throw something out here, but I like to try to plan it, you know, and make sure it's a sellout, or at least hope to get a sellout. Like the Monica did, 3,000 people, real close to a sellout. Hopefully this Glorilla hits some numbers that we need for the pageant, and a money bag right after that.
Gotcha. One last thing I would like to say, y'all like to get your opinion on. I know you living in the city, you might dibble and dabble in certain things here and there coming up. And just recently, yesterday, a young artist had passed away.
Was it an artist or was it a videographer?
No, he was a videographer also.
Yeah,
TV
see,
vision,
I knew him as a videographer. He did some work for me as a videographer. I didn't know him as an artist.
No, I was 2 different people I'm talking about.
Okay.
TV Vision.
Yeah.
He passed away also, and there's a young artist named Miski Money.
I heard of that. I heard of him.
I will ask you this. A lot of these young rappers coming up, they glorify dissing the dead. And when it was announced that he passed, on certain blogs, a lot of people was in the comments just laughing and laughing and laughing and things
laughing
like
about him dying?
Yes,
Dang,
unfortunately.
Right.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on that, just as far as that idea of someone, disrespecting the dead?
I really can't speak on that too much because I don't know what they was into.
Not even necessarily just as far as like the young man just saying
yeah, I don't think that's something that you should do. You know what I mean? Let that man rest in peace. You know what I mean? Even if you had a problem or beef with him, let him rest in peace. That's just my opinion. But everybody got their own mind and they do things for their own reasons. I can't judge them on it, but me personally, like, nah, let them go and chill. You know what I mean?
For sure. Like I said, got this show coming up Saturday.
Yeah.
August 13th.
Yeah.
Let them know where they can go get some tickets at real quick.
DTLR still got tickets. Prince Beauty Supply still got tickets. Passion, of course, box office has tickets. We'll be selling them until they sold out. For more information, 314-680-2775.
Yeah. Also, if they can get the information for upcoming shows, let them know where they can follow you at.
Field Assests on everything you can imagine. LiquidAssetsEvents.com. So just holler at us. Or that number I just said, 314-680-2775. And we always giving plays on there, so y'all might want to call.